Hi everyone, welcome. Hope I whistle a little bit. All right, we are in the book of Numbers, and we've had a couple of tribes that say, hey, we like this area, we want to stay here. Is that okay? And after some negotiation, it was okay so long as the guys came across and helped fight and secure the land. So we're going to pick up where we left off. Numbers chapter 33, and we're going to read two chapters, 33 and 34 today. We're getting close to where Moses ends up saying goodbye to everyone and passes away, and someone else takes the lead. And here we are, Numbers 33. Let's do this. These were the stages of the Israelites' journey when they went out of the land of Egypt by their military divisions under the leadership of Moses and Aaron. At the Lord's command, Moses wrote down the starting points for the stages of their journey. These are the stages listed by their starting points. They departed from Ramesses on the first month, on the 15th day of the month. On the day after the Passover, the Israelites went out triumphantly in the sight of all the Egyptians. Meanwhile, the Egyptians were burying every firstborn male the Lord had struck down among them, for the Lord had executed judgment against their gods. The Israelites departed from Ramses and camped at Succoth. They departed from Succoth and camped at Etham, which is on the edge of the wilderness. They departed from Etham and turned back to Pi-hahiroth, which faces Baal-zephon, and they camped before Migdol. They departed from Pi-hahiroth and crossed through the middle of the sea into the wilderness, and they took a 3-day journey into the wilderness of Etham and camped at Marah. They departed from Marah and came to Elim, where there were 12 springs of water and 70 date palms, so they camped there. They departed from Elim and camped by the Red Sea. They departed from the Red Sea and camped in the wilderness of Sin. They departed from the wilderness of Sin and camped at Dophkah, and they departed from Dophkah and camped at Alush. They departed from Alush and camped at Rephidim, where there was no water for the people to drink. They departed from Rephidim and camped in the wilderness of Sinai. They departed from the wilderness of Sinai and camped at Kibroth Hattava. They departed from Kibroth Hattava and camped at Hazeroth. They departed from Hazeroth and camped at Rithmah. And they departed from Rithmah and camped at Rimmon Perez. They departed from Rimmon Perez and camped at Libnah. And they departed from Libnah and camped at Rissah. They departed from Rissah and camped at Kehelatha. And they departed from Kehelatha and camped at Mount Shepher. And they departed from Mount Shepher and camped at Haradah. They departed from Haradah and camped at Makheloth. And they departed from Makheloth and camped at Tahath. They departed from Tahath and camped at Terah. And departed from Terah and camped at Mithkah. They departed from Mithkah and camped at Hashmonah, and they departed from Hashmonah and camped at Moseroth. They departed from Moseroth and camped at Bnei Jakan, and they departed from Bnei Jakan and camped at Hor Haggad. They departed from Hor Haggad and camped at Jotbathah, and they departed from Jotbathah and camped at Abrona. They departed from Abrona and camped at Ezion-Geber. They departed from Ezion-Geber and camped in the wilderness of Zin, that is Kadesh. They departed from Kadesh and camped at Mount Hor on the edge of the land of Edom. At the Lord's command, Aaron the priest climbed Mount Hor and died there on the first day of the 5th month of the 40th year after the Israelites went out of the land of Egypt. Aaron was 123 years old when he died on Mount Hor. At that time, the Canaanite king of Arad, who lived in the Negev in the land of Canaan, heard the Israelites were coming. They departed from Mount Hor and camped at Zalmonah, and they departed from Zalmonah and camped at Punon. They departed from Punon and camped at Oboth, and they departed from Oboth and camped at Eli Barim on the border of Moab. They departed from anyways, they camped at Dibon Gad. They departed from Dibon Gad and camped at Almon Diblathim. And they departed from Almon Diblathim and camped in the Abarim range facing Nebo. They departed from the Abarim range and camped on the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. They camped by the Jordan from Bet Jeshemosh to the Acacia Meadow on the plains of Moab. And the Lord spoke to Moses on the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. Tell the Israelites, when you cross the Jordan into the land of Canaan, you must drive out all the inhabitants of the land before you. Destroy all their stone images and cast images and demolish all their high places. You are to take possession of the land and settle in it, because I have given you the land to possess. You are to receive the land as an inheritance by lot according to your clans. Increase the inheritance for a large clan and decrease it for a small one. Whatever place the lot indicates for someone will be his. You will receive an inheritance according to your ancestral tribes. But if you don't drive out the inhabitants of the land before you, those you allow to remain will become thorns in your eyes and in your sides, and they will harass you in the land where you will live. And what I had planned to do to them, I will do to you. The Lord spoke to Moses, command the Israelites and say to them, when you enter the land of Canaan, it will be allotted to you as an inheritance with these borders. Your southern side will be from the wilderness of Zin along the boundary of Edom. Your southern border on the east will begin at the east end of the Dead Sea, and your border will turn south of the ascent of Akrabim, proceed to Zin, and end south of Kadesh Barnea. It will go to Hazar-Adar and proceed to Asmon. The border will turn from Asmon to the brook of Egypt, while it will end at the Mediterranean Sea. Your western border will be the coastline of the Mediterranean Sea. This will be your western border. This will be your northern border. From the Mediterranean Sea, draw a line to Mount Hor. From Mount Hor, draw a line to the entrance of Hamath, and the border will reach Zedad. Then the border will go from Ziphron and end at Hazar Enan. This will be your northern border. For your eastern border, draw a line from Hazar Enan to Shepham. The border will go down from Shepham to Riblah, east of Ain. It will continue down and reach the eastern slope of the Sea of Chinnereth. Then the border will go down to the Jordan and end at the Dead Sea. This will be your land defined by its borders on all sides. So Moses commanded the Israelites, this is the land you are to receive by lot as an inheritance, which the Lord commanded to be given to the 9.5 tribes. For the tribe of the Reubenites and the tribe of Gadites have received their inheritance according to their ancestral houses, and half the tribe of Manasseh has received its inheritance. The 2.5 tribes have received their inheritance across the Jordan from Jericho, eastward toward the sunrise. The Lord spoke to Moses, these are the names of the men who are to distribute the land as an inheritance for you. Eleazar the priest and Joshua, son of Nun. Take one leader from each tribe to distribute the land. These are the names of the men. Caleb, son of Jephunneh, from the tribe of Judah. Shemuel, son of Ammihud, from the tribe of Simeon. Elidad, son of Kislon, from the tribe of Benjamin. Buki, son of Jogli, a leader from the tribe of Dan, from the sons of Joseph, Haniel, son of Ephod, leader from the tribe of Manasseh. Kemuel, son of Shiptan, leader of the tribe of Ephraim. Elizaphan, son of Parnak, leader from the tribe of Zebulun. Paltiel, son of Azan, leader from the tribe of Issachar. Ahihud, son of Shelomi, the leader from the tribe of Asher. And Pedahel, son of Ammihud, a leader from the tribe of Naphtali. These are the ones the Lord commanded to distribute the inheritance to the Israelites in the land of Canaan. And that, my friends, is our reading for March 9. Thank you very much. My year is going fast enough. March 9, 2026. I appreciate you spending some time with me and listening to the words and the bits and the bobs and the names, all the names. Hope I'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, take care and bye for now.